As people grow older, one of the biggest challenges they face is the gradual loss of muscle strength, especially in the legs. This decline makes everyday tasks, such as standing up from a chair, walking and climbing stairs, much harder. Over time, weak legs can significantly impact mobility, leading to a loss of independence. According to statistics, falls are the leading cause of injury among older adults, with 1 in 4 individuals over the age of 65 experiencing at least one fall per year. The consequences of falls can be severe, often resulting in fractures, hospitalizations, and even long-term disability. However, there is good news. Even at the age of 94, it is possible to maintain strong, stable, and resilient legs by ensuring the body gets enough of a critical vitamin that supports muscle function and balance. Without this vitamin, muscle deterioration accelerates, making falls and mobility issues more likely. But by maintaining adequate levels, seniors can preserve their independence, reduce their risk of injury, and stay active for many years to come. The vitamin that plays a crucial role in maintaining muscle strength and stability is vitamin D. While it is widely recognised for its importance in bone health, vitamin D is equally essential for muscle function, coordination, and balance. When the body lacks enough vitamin D, the muscles become weaker, leading to poor mobility and an increased risk of falls. Many seniors experience leg weakness and instability without realising that a simple vitamin deficiency could be contributing to their struggles. Studies have shown that vitamin D directly influences the muscles by helping them contract properly and maintain strength. Without enough of this nutrient, movements become slower, coordination declines, and overall physical performance worsens. This is particularly dangerous for older adults, as weak muscles make it harder to catch themselves if they trip, increasing the likelihood of serious falls. Therefore, ensuring sufficient vitamin D intake is a simple yet powerful way to support leg strength, stability, and long-term mobility. Scientific research strongly supports the link between vitamin D and reduced fall risk in older adults. A study published in the Journal of the American Geriatric Society found that seniors who took vitamin D supplements were 23% less likely to fall compared to those who did not. This means that something as simple as ensuring proper vitamin D levels can significantly reduce the chances of injuries caused by falls. Another study published in the Journal of Clinical Endocrinology and Metabolism discovered that low vitamin D levels were directly associated with weaker leg muscles and slower walking speeds in older adults. These findings highlight that a vitamin D deficiency doesn't just affect bones, it actively contributes to muscle weakness and decreased mobility, making daily activities more challenging. The research also emphasises that maintaining sufficient vitamin D levels can lead to better muscle strength, improved walking ability, and a lower likelihood of experiencing falls. This makes vitamin D one of the most essential nutrients for seniors who want to stay mobile, active, and independent. Despite its importance, vitamin D deficiency is widespread among older adults. Research shows that more than 60% of seniors have inadequate levels of this crucial nutrient. One of the main reasons for this is that as people age, their skin becomes less efficient at producing vitamin D from sunlight. Younger individuals can generate sufficient vitamin D by spending time outdoors, but seniors often struggle to maintain adequate levels due to reduced skin function, spending more time indoors, or living in areas with limited sunlight. Additionally, dietary intake alone is usually not enough to meet the body's needs, as very few foods naturally contain high amounts of vitamin D. The consequences of this deficiency are serious. Older adults with low vitamin D levels are twice as likely to experience falls and fractures compared to those with sufficient levels. Women over the age of 65 who take vitamin D supplements have been found to have a 22% lower risk of hip fractures, according to research published in the New England Journal of Medicine. Since fractures and mobility issues can severely impact a senior's independence and quality of life, it is essential to address vitamin D deficiency before it leads to serious health problems. Vitamin D plays a vital role in maintaining bone strength, muscle function, and overall health, but many people don't realise they are deficient until they start experiencing noticeable symptoms. One of the most common signs of low vitamin D levels is muscle weakness, particularly in the legs. Seniors may find it harder to stand up from a chair, climb stairs, or walk without feeling unsteady. Some also experience frequent falls as vitamin D deficiency affects muscle coordination and balance. Another key symptom is bone pain, especially in the legs, joints, or lower back. Since vitamin D is essential for calcium absorption, a deficiency can lead to weaker bones, making them more prone to discomfort, fractures, and long-term deterioration. Additionally, slow wound healing can be a sign of vitamin D deficiency, as this nutrient plays a role in tissue repair and immune function. Seniors who notice that their cuts or bruises take longer than usual to heal may need to check their vitamin D levels. Another common issue is frequent leg cramps or muscle spasms, particularly at night. Since vitamin D helps regulate muscle contractions, low levels can cause cramping and discomfort, making it harder to sleep and affecting overall mobility. If any of these symptoms are present, it is essential to consult a healthcare provider and get a simple blood test to check for vitamin D deficiency. Addressing low vitamin D levels can significantly improve muscle strength, balance, and overall quality of life for seniors. One of the most natural and effective ways to boost vitamin D levels is through sun exposure. When the skin is exposed to sunlight, it produces vitamin D, which helps maintain strong bones and muscles. However, as people age, their skin's ability to synthesize vitamin D declines, making it harder to maintain adequate levels. This is why seniors are more vulnerable to vitamin D deficiency than younger individuals. To maximize vitamin D production, older adults should aim to spend 20 to 30 minutes in direct sunlight at least 3 to 4 times per week. The best time to do this is between 10 a.m. and 2 p.m. when the sun's rays are strongest and more effective in stimulating vitamin D production. However, factors such as geographical location, season, and lifestyle habits can impact sun exposure. For instance, those who live in regions with long winters or frequent cloud cover may struggle to get enough sunlight. Additionally, seniors who spend most of their time indoors or wear sunscreen constantly, which blocks vitamin D production, may have lower levels. While protecting the skin from excessive sun exposure is essential to prevent sunburn and skin cancer, brief periods of unprotected sun exposure on areas like the arms, legs, and face can be beneficial for vitamin D synthesis. For seniors who have difficulty spending time outdoors, alternative sources of vitamin D, such as diet and supplements, become even more critical in preventing deficiencies. For older adults who cannot get sufficient sunlight due to location, mobility issues, or weather conditions, vitamin D lamps offer an excellent alternative. These specially designed lamps emit UVB light, which mimics the natural rays of the sun and helps the skin produce vitamin D. Studies have shown that using a UVB lamp a few times a week can significantly improve vitamin D levels, making it a practical solution for people who have limited sun exposure. Unlike regular household lights, vitamin D lamps are specifically designed to generate the wavelengths needed for vitamin D production, ensuring they effectively supplement what the body is missing from natural sunlight. They are especially beneficial for individuals living in colder climates, where sunlight is scarce during winter months. However, just like sun exposure, moderation is key. Overuse of UVB lamps can lead to skin damage, so it's essential to follow the manufacturer's guidelines and consult a healthcare provider before starting this method. Many seniors find vitamin D lamps particularly useful during the winter season, when shorter days and weaker sunlight make it almost impossible to generate enough vitamin D naturally. While these lamps can help bridge the gap, they should be used alongside dietary sources and supplements to ensure optimal vitamin D intake throughout the year. Although sunlight is the most effective way to obtain vitamin D, dietary sources also play an important role, especially for seniors who do not get enough sun exposure. Unfortunately, very few foods naturally contain high amounts of vitamin D, which is why deficiency is so common. The best natural sources are fatty fish such as salmon, mackerel, sardines and tuna, which are rich in vitamin D and also provide heart-healthy omega-3 fatty acids. For example, a 3.5-ounce serving of salmon contains about 570 IU of vitamin D, which covers a significant portion of the daily requirement. Egg yolks are another source, though they contain smaller amounts. One egg yolk provides approximately 40 IU of vitamin D. However, seniors can boost their intake by incorporating fortified foods into their diet. Many dairy products such as milk, yogurt and cheese are fortified with vitamin D, making them a convenient way to increase levels. For those who follow a vegetarian or plant-based diet, mushrooms are a unique option as they are the only plant-based food that naturally produces vitamin D when exposed to sunlight. Some varieties like portobello and maytake mushrooms can provide a good amount of vitamin D when properly exposed to UV light. Despite these dietary options, it can still be difficult for seniors to get enough vitamin D from food alone, which is why supplements are often necessary to maintain healthy levels. Combining sun exposure, diet and supplementation ensures that seniors receive the vitamin D they need to support their muscles, bones and overall health. While sunlight and food sources can help boost vitamin D levels, many seniors still struggle to get enough through these methods alone. This is where vitamin D supplements play a crucial role in maintaining muscle strength, preventing falls and supporting overall health. As people age, their body's ability to absorb and utilize nutrients decreases, making supplementation a necessary step for many older adults. Studies have shown that taking vitamin D supplements can significantly reduce the risk of falls, strengthen muscles, and improve balance, all of which are essential for maintaining mobility and independence. Doctors often recommend vitamin D supplements for seniors who spend most of their time indoors, have limited sun exposure, or have been diagnosed with a deficiency. The two most common forms of vitamin D in supplements are vitamin D2, ergocalciferol, and vitamin D3, cholecalciferol. Research suggests that vitamin D3 is the more effective form as it is better absorbed by the body and stays in the bloodstream longer. To ensure proper absorption, vitamin D should be taken with a meal that contains healthy fats, such as avocado, nuts or olive oil, since it is a fat-soluble vitamin. While supplementation is an excellent way to maintain adequate vitamin D levels, it is always best to consult a healthcare provider to determine the correct dosage based on individual needs and health conditions. The amount of vitamin D needed varies by age and individual health status. For adults between the ages of 50 and 70, the recommended daily intake is around 600 IU, international units. However, for seniors over 70 years old, the requirement increases to $800 to $2,000 IU per day, as their bodies are less efficient at producing and utilising vitamin D. Some older adults with severe deficiencies may require even higher doses, but this should always be determined by a healthcare professional through blood tests. Taking too much vitamin D can lead to toxicity, causing symptoms like nausea, kidney problems, and calcium buildup in the blood, which can be harmful. This is why regular monitoring of vitamin D levels is important to ensure that supplementation is effective and safe. Since vitamin D works best when paired with other essential nutrients, many doctors recommend combining it with magnesium and calcium, which help with absorption and bone health. In some cases, seniors may need prescription-strength vitamin D if their levels are extremely low. By following the proper dosage guidelines, older adults can maintain strong muscles, reduce fall risks, and support overall well-being as they age. One important but often overlooked factor in vitamin D effectiveness is magnesium. Many people do not realise that their bodies need magnesium to activate and utilise vitamin D properly. Without enough magnesium, vitamin D remains inactive in the body, meaning that even if someone is getting enough vitamin D from supplements or sunlight, their body may not be absorbing or using it effectively. Research has shown that individuals with low magnesium levels are more likely to have vitamin D deficiencies, even if they take supplements. Magnesium helps convert vitamin D into its active form, which allows it to regulate calcium absorption and support bone and muscle health. Seniors who are deficient in magnesium may experience muscle cramps, fatigue, and weak bones, making it even more important to ensure they are getting enough of this essential mineral. Foods rich in magnesium include leafy greens such as spinach and kale, nuts like almonds and cashews, seeds such as pumpkin and sunflower seeds, and whole grains like brown rice and oats. Some seniors may also need a magnesium supplement to ensure proper vitamin D activation. By combining magnesium and vitamin D, older adults can maximise their absorption and benefits, improving their overall mobility, muscle strength, and bone density. Many seniors wonder how quickly they will notice improvements after increasing their vitamin D intake. The answer depends on the individual's starting vitamin D levels, their overall health, and how consistently they take supplements or get sun exposure. Typically, it takes about 2 weeks to start noticing minor improvements, such as reduced muscle cramps and slightly increased energy levels. After about 1 month, seniors may experience stronger legs, improved balance, and better mobility, making daily activities like walking and standing easier. Within 3 months, studies show that vitamin D supplementation can lead to increased bone density, a lower risk of falls, and improved muscle function. Seniors who consistently take vitamin D for 3 to 6 months report a 31% reduction in falls, 35% stronger muscles, and a 40% lower risk of fractures. The key to maintaining these benefits is consistency. Since vitamin D plays a long-term role in muscle and bone health, skipping supplements or not getting enough sun exposure can cause levels to drop again, reversing the progress. By making vitamin D a regular part of their routine, seniors can ensure that their legs remain strong, stable, and healthy for many years to come. One of the most crucial aspects of maintaining strong muscles and bones through vitamin D is consistency. Unlike medications that provide immediate relief, vitamin D works gradually, helping the body build and maintain muscle strength and bone density over time. Many seniors make the mistake of taking vitamin D supplements inconsistently or stopping once they feel better, which can lead to deficiency returning and undoing the progress made. The body requires a continuous supply of vitamin D to regulate calcium absorption, strengthen bones, and support muscle function. If intake is irregular, the levels in the body can drop, increasing the risk of falls, fractures, and muscle weakness. This is particularly important for older adults, as their bodies are less efficient at producing and absorbing vitamin D. To ensure consistency, seniors should incorporate vitamin D-rich foods into their daily meals, spend time in sunlight when possible, and take supplements regularly as prescribed by their doctor. Setting reminders, pairing supplements with meals, and having regular blood tests to monitor levels can help in maintaining optimal vitamin D levels. By making vitamin D intake a habit rather than an occasional effort, Seniors can ensure long-term muscle strength, balance and mobility, reducing the risk of falls and maintaining their independence as they age. Falls are one of the leading causes of injuries among older adults, with 1 in 4 seniors over 65 experiencing a fall each year. Many of these falls result in broken bones, hospitalisations, and a loss of independence. A major contributing factor to these falls is muscle weakness and poor balance, both of which are strongly linked to low vitamin D levels. Research has shown that seniors who regularly take vitamin D supplements have a significantly lower risk of falling, as the vitamin helps improve muscle function, coordination, and bone strength. When the body has sufficient vitamin D, it can effectively support muscle contractions, reflexes, and stability, all of which are essential for preventing falls. In addition, vitamin D plays a key role in nerve function, helping the brain communicate better with muscles to react quickly to sudden movements or loss of balance. Without enough vitamin D, seniors are more likely to experience unsteady walking, leg weakness, and slower reaction times, making them prone to falls. Several studies have found that taking vitamin D for just a few months can reduce the risk of falls by up to 30%, which is a significant improvement. For this reason, healthcare providers often recommend that older adults with a history of falls or fractures prioritise vitamin D intake through diet, supplements, and sunlight exposure. By ensuring adequate vitamin D levels, seniors can significantly lower their fall risk, stay mobile, and maintain their independence. While vitamin D is widely known for its role in muscle strength, it is equally important for bone health. As people age, their bones naturally become weaker due to bone density loss, a condition known as osteopenia or osteoporosis. This makes seniors more susceptible to fractures, especially in high-risk areas like the hips, spine, and wrists. The reason vitamin D is so crucial for bone health is that it helps the body absorb calcium, which is the primary mineral that keeps bones strong. Without enough vitamin D, calcium absorption is impaired, leading to brittle bones that are more likely to break. Studies have shown that seniors who take vitamin D supplements regularly have a 40% lower risk of fractures compared to those who do not. One of the most dangerous fractures for older adults is a hip fracture, which often leads to long-term disability and loss of independence. Research has found that women over 65 who take vitamin D supplements have a 22% lower risk of hip fractures, highlighting its importance in senior health. In addition to preventing fractures, vitamin D also supports the healing process after an injury. People with adequate vitamin D levels tend to recover faster from bone fractures and surgeries, as the vitamin aids in bone regeneration and repair. By ensuring proper vitamin D intake, seniors can protect their bones, reduce the risk of fractures, and maintain their mobility and independence for longer. Beyond muscle strength, fall prevention, and bone health, vitamin D has a wide range of benefits for seniors' overall well-being. It plays a vital role in boosting the immune system, reducing inflammation, and even supporting mental health. Studies have shown that seniors with low vitamin D levels are more prone to depression, fatigue, and cognitive decline, indicating that this vitamin affects not just physical health, but also mental and emotional well-being. Vitamin D is involved in the production of serotonin, a neurotransmitter responsible for regulating mood. Deficiency in vitamin D has been linked to higher rates of depression and anxiety in older adults, making it even more critical for mental health. In addition, vitamin D has been shown to support brain function and reduce the risk of cognitive decline. Some research suggests that seniors with higher vitamin D levels have better memory, focus, and problem-solving skills, while those with deficiencies may experience a faster decline in cognitive abilities. Furthermore, vitamin D is essential for reducing chronic inflammation, which is a common underlying factor in diseases such as arthritis, heart disease, and diabetes. Seniors who maintain adequate vitamin D levels often report higher energy levels, better sleep, and an overall improved quality of life. By ensuring they get enough vitamin D through sun exposure, diet, and supplements, older adults can experience not just stronger legs and bones, but also better mental clarity, mood stability, and a healthier immune system. While sunlight exposure is the most natural way to boost vitamin D levels, dietary sources also play an important role in ensuring seniors get enough of this crucial nutrient. Many older adults may not be able to spend enough time outdoors due to mobility issues, weather conditions, or concerns about sun damage. In such cases, consuming vitamin D-rich foods can help maintain adequate levels and support muscle and bone health. Some of the best dietary sources of vitamin D include fatty fish like salmon, mackerel, sardines, and tuna, which provide a significant amount of vitamin D per serving. Egg yolks, fortified dairy products such as milk, yogurt, and cheese, and plant-based milk alternatives like almond, soy, and oat milk also contribute to vitamin D intake. Mushrooms, particularly those exposed to sunlight, are one of the few plant-based sources of vitamin D, making them an excellent option for vegetarians. However, for many seniors, it can still be difficult to obtain enough vitamin D from diet alone, especially if they have dietary restrictions or limited appetite. This is why supplementation is often necessary to bridge the gap and ensure they meet their daily requirements. Combining vitamin D-rich foods with healthy fats, such as nuts, seeds, and olive oil, can also improve absorption, as vitamin D is a fat-soluble vitamin. By making small adjustments to their diet and focusing on nutrient-rich foods, seniors can naturally boost their vitamin D levels, strengthen their muscles and bones, and support overall well-being. Lifestyle choices significantly influence how well the body absorbs and utilises vitamin D. Seniors who lead a sedentary lifestyle, spend most of their time indoors, or have limited exposure to sunlight are at a much higher risk of vitamin D deficiency. Engaging in regular physical activity, such as walking, stretching, or resistance exercises, can help improve muscle strength and bone density, making it easier for the body to maintain balance and mobility. Exercise also plays a role in activating vitamin D receptors in muscle cells, enhancing its effects on muscle function. Another lifestyle factor that affects vitamin D levels is body weight. Studies have shown that individuals with higher body fat percentages tend to have lower circulating vitamin D levels because the vitamin gets stored in fat tissue instead of being available for use in the bloodstream. This means that overweight seniors may need higher doses of vitamin D to achieve the same benefits. Additionally, smoking and excessive alcohol consumption can negatively impact vitamin D metabolism, making it harder for the body to absorb and use the vitamin effectively. Seniors who take multiple medications should also be aware that some drugs, such as corticosteroids and certain cholesterol-lowering medications, can interfere with vitamin D absorption, making healthy lifestyle choices, including staying active, maintaining a balanced diet, and limiting alcohol and tobacco use, can significantly enhance the body's ability to maintain optimal vitamin D levels and improve overall health. One of the most effective ways to ensure proper vitamin D levels is through regular testing. Many seniors may be unaware that they have a deficiency because symptoms like fatigue, muscle weakness, and joint pain can be mistaken for general aging-related issues. A simple blood test known as the 25-hydroxyvitamin D test can accurately measure the amount of vitamin D in the bloodstream and determine whether supplementation is necessary. Healthcare providers recommend that seniors get their vitamin D levels checked at least once a year, especially if they are at high risk of deficiency due to limited sun exposure, dietary restrictions, or existing medical conditions. If a deficiency is detected, doctors may adjust supplementation doses based on the severity of the deficiency to help restore optimal levels. In some cases, high-dose vitamin D therapy may be required for a few months before switching to a maintenance dose. Testing is also crucial for seniors who are already taking vitamin D supplements, as excessive intake can lead to toxicity, causing symptoms such as nausea, kidney problems, and high calcium levels in the blood. By regularly monitoring vitamin D levels, seniors can ensure they are getting the right amount of this essential nutrient, helping them maintain muscle strength, reduce fall risks, and support overall health without any complications. Maintaining strong legs, preventing falls, and ensuring overall mobility in old age requires proactive measures. Since vitamin D plays a critical role in muscle function, bone health, and immune support, seniors must make it a priority in their daily routine. To achieve long-term benefits, they should focus on regular sun exposure, a nutrient-rich diet, consistent supplementation, and an active lifestyle. Spending 20 to 30 minutes in the sun several times a week, especially between 10 a.m. and 2 p.m, can help boost vitamin D production naturally. However, for those who have limited sun exposure due to weather conditions or health concerns, taking a high-quality vitamin D3 supplement is an effective alternative. Pairing vitamin D with magnesium and calcium can further enhance its absorption and benefits. Regular exercise, such as walking, strength training, or yoga, can help maintain muscle strength and balance, reducing the risk of falls. Seniors should also stay consistent with vitamin D intake, as skipping doses or stopping supplementation too soon can lead to deficiencies returning. Scheduling routine vitamin D blood tests can ensure they are maintaining the right levels and adjusting their intake if needed. By taking these steps consistently, seniors can enjoy stronger muscles, better balance, improved bone health, and overall well-being, allowing them to stay independent and active well into their later years.